Hi, good evening. We are live on Facebook, and I would request Dr. Mahashweta to please start this beautiful evening. Over to you, Dr. Mahashweta. Thank you. Can you unmute yourself?
Namaskar and a very good evening to all of you, and love and light to people, whoever is watching the show tonight. I'd like to start my, song with this particular title song from the film called Anurodh. It goes like this. यारों का गम क्या होता है, यारों का गम क्या होता है, यारों का गम क्या होता है, मालूम न था अनजानों को, साहिल पे खड़े होकर देखा हमने अक्सर तूफानों को, अब के शायद दिल भी टूटे मौजों के सफीने में, जब दर्द नहीं था सीने में तब खाक मजा था जीने में, अब के शायद हम भी रोए सावन के महीने में, जब दर्द नहीं था सीने में तब खाक मजा था जीने में. I feel as an artist and as a human being, the pain that we receive, it is an opportunity for a, for a spiritual ascension to our own self. वो कहते हैं ना, दर्द मिलता है तो इधर आप बिखर जाते हैं, नहीं तो आप निखर जाते हैं. तो बिखरना और निखरना, it's a choice. It's up to you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful. So well said. And I was thinking कि आप क्यों ये गाना गा रहे हो, but you've connected it so beautifully to the subject, you know. And जैसा I was talking in the last show also कि वेरांडा की रिवायत है कि हम हर शो गाने से शुरू करते हैं, क्योंकि जब शो हम लाइव करते थे बहुत सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती है, थोड़ा स्ट्रेस होता है, लेकिन जैसे ही गाना गाते हैं और स्पेशली डॉक्टर महाश्वेता जब गाती है, आई डोंट नो, her voice is so healing, the stress goes away, everything goes away, and we feel so beautiful. Thank you. A warm welcome to Music Veranda. And the whole idea is what Mahashweta was talking about, the pain. You don't have to struggle in silence. Please, you can be unsilent. You can live well with mental health condition as long as you open it with somebody. So today we are talking Music Veranda Talks on World Mental Health Day. और आज की शाम हमारा एक शो ऑलरेडी हुआ था जिसमें हमने डिस्कस किया था वेरियस क्लिनिकल कंडीशंस ऑफ मेंटल इलनेस, मेंटल वेलबींग क्या होता है. एंड इन दिस शो वी हैव किटू गिडवानी जी विद अस. अ वार्म वेलकम टू किटू जी. एंड वी ऑल नो शी डजंट नीड एनी इंट्रोडक्शन, शी ओनली नीड applauses, she needs claps, and she needs lot of she doesn't need even appreciation. She's so accomplished that she doesn't need it. She's a very kind-hearted person. She's doing so much in the domain of animal welfare, animal kindness. She's a traveler by heart. She's a traveler by passion. And स्वाभिमान जो सीरियल है, हम कितने लोग हैं जो हम स्वाभिमान को देख के हम बहुत सारी कंडीशनिंग हमारी स्वाभिमान से हुई है. So on that note, can I welcome you, Kitushi? And please, the show is all yours. I have a few questions which I'll ask you, but please come and say hi to all of us. Unmute yourself. Yes. Unmute, ma'am. आप unmute करें. Please unmute yourself. Yes.
I was saying thank you for making me your friend. It's so lovely to have friends like you and Marsha. Sorry, my cats are being very naughty.
Oh, wow. All welcome.
So yeah. So it's surprising. मुझे पता नहीं था कि आज World Mental Health Day है.
Okay. anyways, आज बहुत सारे discussions होने वाले हैं. The title that we chose for this session is "Why do we feel lost in this abundant world?" So this is a very relevant subject, क्योंकि हमारे पास इतना कुछ है, लेकिन फिर भी हमें लगता है हमारे पास नहीं है. So what is your thought on that? If you want, I can request Sahib to sing a song by the time your cat is settled. Is that okay?
My cats will not be settled because they are very naughty. We will continue.
Okay. Okay. So,
I just would like to say one thing. Kitu ji, I follow you on the Instagram, especially your posts related to cats. And I'm more of a dog person, but I've started loving cats as well. So credit goes to you. Thank you for making me kinder towards cats as well. Thank you once again.
Anytime. ये बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न है, बहुत बड़ा सवाल है, बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है ना अनिला?
Yes, indeed.
क्योंकि I think that all the religions that have been invented and all the philosophy that has been invented is all to try and eradicate suffering of human beings.
Yes.
इतना बड़ा सवाल है. It's the ultimate question that how do I find peace, or how do I find balance, or how do I eradicate my suffering? I mean, Gautam Buddha, one of his first noble truth was ki dukkha, life is suffering. According to Gautam Buddha. Now you can agree with that or not agree with that. And then his other 3 noble truths were how to get rid of the suffering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Attachment, desire, anger, how to achieve nirvana. So I would say the central question of man's existence has been ki, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life? All the world's religions have been created to answer this question. What is the meaning of life? Does life have meaning? Are you alone in the universe? How do you eradicate suffering? Is there a way for human beings to eradicate suffering? Correct? इंडियन, आप अगर इंडिक हमारे भारतवर्ष की फिलॉसफी देखेंगे, ऋग्वेद से शुरुआत से आज तक हमारे सारे स्क्रिप्चर, सूत्रस, जो भी पुराण, उपनिषद, एपिक्स, जो भी हमारे बड़े बड़े ऋषि और एंशिएंट ऋषि से लेकर उसके बाद रामानुजम, शंकराचार्य, वहां से लेके विवेकानंद तक, आज तक हमारे होली men, gurujis, our rishis, they are only trying to teach us how to achieve happiness, how to achieve peace. So it is a very very big topic जो हम जिंदगी भर तक हम उसकी डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं, और उनका सवाल का जवाब कभी मिलेगा भी नहीं, या नहीं वो भी नहीं मालूम. So mental health, none of us has mental health, right? हम सबको प्रॉब्लम है, सब. हर एक इंसान को अगर आप पूछेंगे कि आप 100% हैप्पी है, नहीं है. आप बिल गेट्स को भी पूछो, जेफ बेजोस को भी पूछो, मुकेश अंबानी को भी पूछो, या आपको यहाँ प्रॉब्लम है या बदन में प्रॉब्लम है, या दोनों. सो दिस इज अ ह्यूज टॉपिक कि हम सब कह सकते हैं कि हमारी जिंदगी में दुख है, और हम हमेशा रोज स्ट्रगल करते हैं कि एक प्रॉब्लम आया, दुख आया, उसको सॉल्व कैसे किया. So this is again, like I'm saying, it's a huge topic, and today I think कि mental health is worse than we have ever been in history of mankind. In the history of mankind, which is only about, I mean, we can say 200,000 years ago, but Homo sapiens only you can say became more conscious, and more language was developed not very long ago. So I think today, according to my research, आज का जो mental health है वो पूरी दुनिया में crisis हो चुका है. All countries are experiencing mental health crisis. And I would also say कि in the richest countries of the world, mental health crisis is the worst. America में 70% of people, I think, take one prescription medication. And out of that, I would say 50% may be taking 2 prescription medications. You're talking about most advanced country on the planet. And you know that the mental prescription drugs for depression and various mental problems, the percentage of people taking it is increasing exponentially every year. There are some countries in Europe jahan population itna chota hai, jaise 10 million people, and number of prescription psycho what do you call them, not psychoactive, what is the word I'm getting, psychiatric drugs is 3 times the population prescriptions.
Okay.
आप समझ रहे हैं ना? तो आज मेरे ख्याल से मेंटल हेल्थ इज अ ह्यूज क्राइसिस ऑल ओवर द प्लैनेट. एंड आप कह नहीं सकते हैं कि अगर आप रिच कंट्री हैं या अगर आपकी सोसाइटी रिच है, आपके सोसाइटी में मेंटल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होंगे. ये बिल्कुल गलत है. रिच कंट्रीज में भी, सबसे रिच कंट्रीज में, यूरोप में, अमेरिका में भी मेंटल हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम बहुत बढ़ चुका है. और लोग ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं, ऐसे भी ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं और पिल्स भी ले रहे हैं, हर तरह के ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं. अभी आप पूछेंगे कि क्यों? ऑब्वियसली लोगों के अंदर बहुत दर्द है और इसलिए वो ये सब ले रहे हैं. या तो डॉक्टर के पास जाके, साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास जाके, काउंसलर के पास जाके प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं, या तो फिर अपने आप जाके ये हेरोइन, कोकेन, जो भी वो अलग अलग जो क्लास ए ड्रग्स, जो क्या बोलते हैं, प्रोहिबिटेड ड्रग्स, वो भी ले रहे हैं. सो इट इज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. एंड फिर सवाल ये उठता है कि हम इसे सॉल्व कैसे करें. और I think that there are 1,000 ways to achieve peace, happiness. अगर आप चाहते हैं तो आप अपने काउंसलर के पास जाके, थेरेपी में जाके ये पता लगाएं कि क्यों हो रहा है आपके अंदर ये सारे प्रॉब्लम्स, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, कहाँ से शुरू हुए हैं, आप कैसे वर्कआउट करेंगे. आपका थेरेपिस्ट आपको हेल्प करेगा. आप हेल्थ थेरेपिस्ट के पास जा सकते हैं, काउंसलर के पास जा सकते हैं, आप अपने फ्रेंड के पास जा सकते हैं, आप अपने डॉक्टर के पास जा सकते हैं, राइट? तो ये आपका एक तरीका होगा आपके अंदर शांति पाने का तरीका. दूसरा तरीका हो सकता है कि आप मेडिटेशन करें. आजकल कितने लोग मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं, विपश्यना कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हैं? कर रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको भी शांति चाहिए. लोग विपश्यना के लिए जाते हैं, लोग मेडिटेशन रिट्रीट्स पे जाते हैं, योगा रिट्रीट्स पे जाते हैं, घर में मेडिटेशन करते हैं, प्राणायाम कर रहे हैं, अलग अलग तरह ढूंढ रहे हैं. हर एक इंसान ढूंढ रहा है तरीका टू फाइंड पीस एंड हैप्पीनेस. कुछ लोग गलत तरीका ढूंढ रहे हैं कि अल्कोहल, ड्रग्स, क्योंकि उनके अंदर भी दर्द है. अभी एक अल्कोहलिक क्यों बन जाता है? वो एक दिन उठकर बोलता नहीं कि आज मैं अल्कोहलिक बनूंगा और अपनी जिंदगी को बर्बाद कर दूंगा. कोई ऐसा बोलता नहीं. हो जाता है. ड्रग एडिक्ट क्यों बनता है? क्योंकि अंदर कुछ है जो वो सह नहीं सकता है. अंदर कुछ दर्द है, कुछ डिजीज है, कुछ अनकंफर्टेबल फीलिंग्स है, कुछ ना कुछ हो रहा है उसके अंदर, उसके दिल में और दिमाग में, जो वो हटाना चाहता है और जिससे वो भागना चाहता है. वो उससे दूर भागना चाहता है. इसलिए वो ज्यादा पीता है। अल्कोहलिज्म आज इतनी बड़ी बीमारी हो गई है प्लेनेट पे, लोग पीते हैं पीते हैं पीते हैं पीते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि उनके अंदर, आपको पूछना चाहिए कि उसके अंदर है क्या जो वो मिटाना चाहता है, या जो वो सप्रेस करना चाहता है, या जो वो सह नहीं पा रहा। ड्रग्स क्यों लोग लेते हैं? ऐसा नहीं कोई यंग आदमी या औरत ऐसे एक दिन उठकर बोलती नहीं कि हाँ अभी मैं रोज हेरोइन इंजेक्ट करूंगी अपने अंदर जब तक मैं मर जाऊं एट अ यंग एज। क्योंकि उसके अंदर, आपको पूछना चाहिए कि एडिक्शन क्यों है, वो गलत सवाल है। आपको पूछना चाहिए कि पेन अंदर क्या है।
Yes.
जिसकी वजह से कोई जंकी बन जाता है, जिसकी वजह से कोई एडिक्ट बन जाता है, जिसकी वजह से कोई अल्कोहलिक बन जाता है, जिसकी वजह से कोई प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ड्रग्स ले रहा है, जिसकी वजह से कोई एंटी डिप्रेसेंट्स ले रहा है, जिसकी वजह से कोई अपने बीवी को छोड़कर किसी और औरत के साथ जाता है, जिसकी वजह से कोई हिमालय में जाके आश्रम ज्वाइन कर रहा है।
So true,
सवाल
yes.
जो हम पूछ रहे हैं, हम सवाल गलत पूछ रहे हैं।
So it's
हमको सवाल
these are consequences that we are addressing. We are not understanding the root cause कि पेन क्यों है, पेन क्या है और वो पेन को डील कैसे करेगा। पेन तो सभी की लाइफ में है, लेकिन वो पेन डील नहीं कर पा रहा है। इट्स बेसिकली दैट। तो
और सारे जो हमारे धर्म है, जो हमारे रिलीजन्स है पूरी दुनिया में, वो एक कोशिश है, एक अटेम्प्ट है इंसान को संदेश देने के लिए कि भाई
Yeah.
आप, इफ यू फॉलो दिस पाथ यू विल रीच हेवन, और यू विल रीच गॉड, और यू विल रीच द डिवाइन। अभी आप अगर हमारी संस्कृति में देखिए, अगर हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स को देखेंगे, इंडिया के, भारतवर्ष के, द मेन थिंग इज वन, मोक्ष। धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष, योर फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन इज मोक्ष। इट इज वेरी क्लियर दैट you can follow your dharma, you can act rightfully and righteously, all your actions should be righteous, you can enjoy life calm, you can earn a living earth, but at the end you have to achieve moksha, which is freedom from all of this. So in our scriptures, agar aap hamare heritage ko dekhenge, hamari philosophies, शुरुआत से, one is law of karma, to make you understand why you're suffering. Then there is dharma, kam, moksha. It is a path which is laid out for you कि आपको ये फॉलो करेंगे तो you will achieve release from birth and death and suffering. So they have also tried to explain it in their way कि this is the way to peace and happiness, shanti. They have also tried to explain कि आत्म ज्ञान या आत्म बोध is of supreme importance. आप ध्यान क्यों कर रहे हैं, आप मेडिटेशन क्यों कर रहे हैं, आप पेनेंस क्यों कर रहे हैं, आप अष्टांग योग क्यों कर रहे हैं, with all the 8 limbs of yoga, of the Yoga Sutra, it is trying to lay out a path for you to achieve shanti and moksha. So there are so many ways for all of us to achieve balance and peace in life. Unfortunately, आज हमारे material civilization में, जहां जिस स्थिति पे में जहां हम हैं आज as human beings, we are completely out of balance. We don't understand nature, we don't understand our nature, we don't understand our own minds, we don't understand our bodies, we don't understand the connection to everything, we don't understand anything. That is why we are so messed up. Because no matter how much you run after money, you are not going to be happy until your mind and soul and body are clean and free, and you are not you're not compelled by your anger or your pain or your hatred or your desire. You're still a prisoner to all those things. So true freedom, and I feel true freedom and happiness cannot be achieved by material. I mean, that now I think everybody knows that. After a point, material wealth or 5 houses and 10 cars and bank balance worth 100 crores does not necessarily give you peace and happiness. I think by now most of us have realized that. So
Yes.
I think finding your path to peace and happiness is a personal thing. So you at a certain point you have to start finding that path, whether it is you want to do seva, whether you want to do, like, you can want to be a karma yogi, you want to be a dharma yogi. What do you want to do? So it's a big question, and I feel that children have to be taught from a young age. That is the other thing, कि हम इतने दुखी क्यों हैं? हम दुखी क्यों हैं? What is the cause? The primal cause. Primal cause, according to me, starts in childhood. That is a big question now, which a lot of psychiatrists and thinkers and researchers are realizing. कि the pain and the karma is being carried from generation to generation to generation to generation, and it is not being resolved. Resolve नहीं हो रहा है. So what's happening is कि शुरुआत से children are being wounded. जो बोलते हैं ना primal wound, जो आपके अंदर हमेशा रहता है गांठ बनके, and मोस्ट आपको पता नहीं चलता है, आपको रियलाइजेशन नहीं होता है मरते दम तक कि मेरे अंदर ये है, ये वुंड. तो this is a big question which people are realizing now, कि children are being born with the primal wound, with the basic wounding, कि they don't get the love, the attention, the physical love from the parents. They don't get full attention from parents because parents also so messed up. So what's happening is the messed up parents are transferring everything to the children from the day they are born. When the children grow up, then they are transferring all that to their children, or ye cycle is being transferred from generation to generation to generation to generation. And this is causing diseases. Autoimmune disease today, autoimmune disease, every family has autoimmune disease. Right? You know what autoimmune disease is? When your own body is not functioning properly and it is destroying itself. Like there is thyroid disease, there's diabetes, there's multiple sclerosis, there's scleroderma, there's lupus, even cancer can sometimes be an autoimmune thing. It's your own body which is creating cancerous cells, which are just growing and growing and growing and growing. And your own body is not able to regulate itself. Because as a child, if you have not learned how to regulate yourself and come back into homeostasis, you will develop some disease or the other where your body is out of control because your mind is out of control. Your emotions are out of control. So, yeah, Abhi, people have to realize that the mind and the body and the immune system and the soul, it is all one thing. You cannot separate the mind from the heart, from the thyroid, from the immune system. Immune system is directly connected to your emotions. Directly. So if your emotions are out of control, your immune system has to go out of control. It is one and the same. You are not separate. You are not separate from your emotions. The first thing a child feels is emotion. A child doesn't feel think about things when it's a baby. It is completely coming from the gut. A child feels. A child feels. And therefore, a child can be damaged because a child is vulnerable and is feeling. So the moment it gets a negative input from the mother or the father or the world or the universe, negative input aata hai, then the child feels it instantly. Instant, right? Because it is open like a flower. It is just open. So all the negative inputs which are thrust upon the babies from the time they are born has a very, very dark, मतलब उसका जो है ना nervous system पे बहुत बुरा असर पड़ता है. To cope with that, to cope with that bad effect and the negativity and the pain, the child shuts down. Because it cannot cope. It cannot run away. वो भाग नहीं सकता है बेचारा. He is dependent. Because he is dependent on the people who are giving him so much negativity and pain, he has to protect himself, and so he withdraws. Or he shuts down. And then the wound is formed. वो जो original जख्म है, जख्म, original जो दर्द है ना, वो बस जाता है system के अंदर. और वो कभी जाएगा नहीं unless you learn how to recognize it and release it. So we are all carrying the original one wound or two wounds. Maybe we did not get what we needed when we were children. It is called childhood trauma. You can also call it primal wounding. You can use any term. Bad childhood experience, adverse experience, jo bhi hai. It could be
conditioning.
Sorry?
Yeah. We also conditions are like conditioning also.
Conditional love. If you don't do this, then I don't love you. Many parents do that to their children because parents are stressed out or they want the child to behave. Now, this is not how human beings were brought up originally. When we were in tribes and in small communities, the children were taken care of by the whole tribe. The parents, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, the neighbors, everybody was there and the children were playing around, and children never felt ki, if I don't behave nicely with this woman, my mother, then I'm finished. So we are born and brought up nowadays in a very artificial environment for children. Children are meant to be picked up, cuddled. When they're screaming, they should be held and okay. So that's when the child realizes that कि मैं ठीक हूँ. अगर मैं इतना भी मैं रोते जाऊं फिर भी ठीक है. अगर मैं स्क्रीम करूं क्योंकि मैं आई एम अपसेट एंड आई एम स्क्रीमिंग, वो भी ठीक है. जो भी मैं करूं, आई एम लव्ड, द यूनिवर्स लव्स मी, people love me, I am not a bad person, I am worthy. So these are the natural ways of bringing up children where you make them feel that they are okay. Otherwise, you grow up with a primal wound, you grow up with that zakham, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to find love.
Kitu ji, just excuse me, sorry. We have a beautiful child. Sahib he's been wanting to sing something for you. So he just texted me. He said he's very fond of you and he wants to sing something. He's a very happy child. Yes, Sahib. Lovely. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yes. Sahib, आपको गाना गाना है? Sure, go ahead.
आप सभी को प्रणाम देवदत्त सर, प्रणाम मेरे गुरुजी और प्रणाम फैमिली को. हेलो किट्टू मैम. तो आज मैं गाने का नाम है तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी, और बोल कुछ ऐसे हैं. और इस तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी, हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं, हो परेशान हूँ मैं, जीने के लिए सोचा ही नहीं, दर्द संभालने होंगे, मुस्कुराने के कर्ज उतारने होंगे, हो मुस्कुराओ कभी तो लगता है जैसे होठों पे कर्ज रखा है, हो तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी, हैरान हूँ मैं, हो हैरान हूँ, तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं, हो परेशान हूँ मैं, हो परेशान, हो परेशान हूँ मैं। थैंक यू।
लवली,
अरे
ब्यूटीफुल
वाह,
सेलेक्शन, बहुत अच्छा गाया। एंड दिस इज फ्रॉम द फेमस मूवी मासूम, जिसके प्रोड्यूसर देवीदत्त सर हैं। एंड आप जो बात कर रही थी, आई वाज एक्चुअली कोरिलेटिंग बिकॉज इट वाज वन ऑफ द बॉलीवुड मूवीज व्हिच एड्रेस दैट सब्जेक्ट वेरी ब्यूटीफुली।
या
सो साहिब, आपने 2 गाने बोले थे, एक और गाना है आपको या वी कैन कंटिन्यू?
गा सकते हैं?
यू वांट टू सिंग वन मोर?
हाँ जी, लगा दो।
एक और गाना है? ओके, गो अहेड।
तो मैं गाना गा रही हूँ एक और, उस गाने का नाम है अब तेरे हम। इस गाने के बोल कुछ ऐसे हैं। अरे यार, अब तेरे बिन जी लेंगे हम, जहर जिंदगी का पी लेंगे हम, क्या हुआ जो एक दिन टूट गया, क्या हुआ जो एक दिन टूट गया, अब तेरे बिन जी लेंगे, जहर जिंदगी का पी लेंगे हम। तेरी आशिकी भी रंग लाई, वफा मैंने की तूने की बेवफाई, मेरी भूल थी मैं ये क्या चाहता था, किसी बेवफा से वफा चाहता था, तू जाने के बेकरारी बेरब्त बेमुनाफा, जा संग दे हसीना देखी तेरी मोहब्बत, अब मैंने जाना तुझको बेरहम, अब तेरे बिन जिएंगे हम शहर जिंदगी का पी लेंगे हम. Thank you.
Wow,
Thank
that
you.
was fantastic.
Very
you.
nice. बहुत अच्छा गाया साहिब. और इट वाज अ कोइंसिडेंस कि ये गाना मतलब व्हाइल दिस सॉन्ग वाज बीइंग प्लेड तो मैं सोच भी रही थी कि गानों से हम लोगों को कितनी सारी कंडीशनिंग मिल जाती है. वी फील दैट रिलेशनशिप ही सब कुछ है. और all these things we get at a very early age after listening to these songs. So I think we should be more responsible when we are creating subjects like this, songs like this. But anyways, yes, you have something to add to it, Kituji? Because these
Well,
songs, because relationship सब कुछ है, खत्म हो गया तो दुनिया खत्म हो गई.
Exactly कि without my boyfriend or girlfriend मैं कैसे जीऊंगी और मैं जिंदगी खत्म करना चाहती हूँ कि because he rejected me. तो ये भी बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है.
Anyways, yes, आप बहुत you were talking so beautifully, so you are an authority on this subject. The way you were explaining us, so you please continue. We are just loving it, and no more interruptions now. Over to you.
No, I will speak for 5 more minutes and then maybe I can answer a few questions. So I touched on the point that we are in a mental health crisis all over the world, and I also touched on the point that money does not make a bit of a difference. Of course, it helps you to be comfortable while you're going through therapy, but money cannot solve your problems because आप 1 करोड़ कमाएंगे आज and then you will say अगर मैं 1 और करोड़ नहीं कमाऊंगी या नहीं कमाऊंगा I will be very unhappy. और उस दूसरा करोड़ कमाने के बाद आप बोलेंगे अरे 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 now I need to earn 1 more crore, otherwise I will just. So no matter how much money you have, you will still be unhappy. And and I also said that all the religions of the world and all the philosophies of the world have tried to lay down, show the path towards achieving peace, happiness, love. Then I also spoke on what is the Indian heritage. हमारे जो sutras हैं, हमारे जो all our religious scriptures, अगर आप उनको religious scriptures बोलना चाहते हैं या philosophy बोलना चाहते हैं या जो भी है, they are also trying to show us a way of achieving nirvana, moksha, end of suffering. So and then I was speaking about how all of us are traumatized at birth because we are not brought up in a natural way anymore. And when we go to the mother give births in a hospital, तो बच्चे के लिए बहुत traumatic होता है because it's not a natural way of giving birth with all those instruments and drugs and noise and lights and animals go into a quiet place and the mother always gives birth in a quiet sheltered place. Human beings rush to hospital in an ambulance and then there's panic and then the mother is injected with drugs and then it's all very artificial. And I think that the birth process is also very traumatic for most babies. If the mother is stressed out, then the baby is stressed out. So unfortunately, what's this? If the mother is stressed out before birth, even when the baby is in the womb, the baby will get affected. So the baby is born with negativity from the womb only, because again, like I said, nothing is separate. We are all connected. So the baby is feeling what the mother is feeling. If the mother is stressed out, upset, angry, fearful, if she is going through any stress, the baby is already having those energy effects on the baby's psyche. In the womb, the baby is born with karma. The baby is born with trauma. We are not, the evidence is there. All the scientific evidence is there. But people do not want to admit it in the medical profession. जो theory में है, जो research में है, जो science में है, पूरा evidence है, लेकिन जो practice किया जाता है वो बिल्कुल separate है, because the doctors are also traumatized people. Nobody is disconnected, everything is connected. तो अगर डॉक्टर ट्रॉमेटाइज हुआ है तो he will not be able to help a traumatized woman or a traumatized child. So ये जो बोलते हैं ना wounding, trauma, very few doctors will ever ask you how was your childhood, how is your relationship. First of all he'll say ये test लो, ये test लो, ये medicine लो, और फिर come back after 6 months. There is no question of holistic healing. There is no question of treating the person as a mind body whole. There's no question of it. So we are living in a sick society. We are sick physically, we are sick mentally, and if we don't work on ourselves, we will continue like this. So like I said, it's a very deep topic. बहुत रिसर्च किया गया है ऑन ऑल लेवल्स. स्पिरिचुअल लेवल पे रिसर्च किया गया है, मेंटल लेवल पे रिसर्च किया गया है, इमोशनल लेवल पे रिसर्च किया गया है, एंड फिजिकल लेवल में अभी सबको मालूम है कि इफ यू आर स्ट्रेस्ड आउट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अ डिजीज. अभी आई थिंक मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट पीपल अंडरस्टैंड दैट if you eat badly, sleep badly, think badly, all those things, you will get something or the other. Either you will drop dead of a heart attack at a young age, you will have high blood pressure, you will have a thyroid problem because of depression, you will have intestine problem because of bad emotions. That I think everybody understands ki everything is connected, mind, body, emotion, everything is connected. So we have got that much knowledge, but baki sab research kiya gaya hai. I mean, our rishis knew 5,000 years ago that the only way is to connect with Ishwar. The only way is to understand Tattvam Asi. Everything is one. You are Brahman. And until you reach that stage, you will carry on with the karma and the dukkha and the suffering. So this knowledge exists in the world, but we are not making use of it.
So relevant, so relevant. You have actually touched the core of this whole subject very beautifully. Thank you so much. And as Sadhguru also says, you know, we are only addressing the physical issues. You know, we are like, he says that it is pathetic that if someone has a physical issue, there is compassion, but if someone has a mental issue, there's a ridicule. So that is very sad. The whole idea is that we change this whole thought process and we are more open to it, because now we have realized that the core of this is mental illness. The core of physical illness is mental illness. So,
and it's funny because people are very proud to talk for 1 hour about their physical problems. Oh, you know, yesterday I got this pain, but I went to that doctor, it's fabulous. I went to that doctor, he's fantastic. You should go to my doctor, he's fantastic. Everyone has the best doctor in the world, but everyone is sick.
yeah. But so, if they have to go to a psychiatrist or... Yes, sorry, carry on.
The doctors are not doing the job.
Yes, yes.
The doctors are not doing the job because the doctors are also very sick.
Well said.
So, I mean, everyone is very happy to talk about, I had this pain and then that pain and that test and this test, and they feel like, this is fabulous. Everyone listens to me and gives me sympathy. But if you tell someone, I can't get out of bed, I'm very depressed, I don't know what's wrong with me, they'll tell you, all rubbish, just get up, yeah, just go for it, just come on, just don't think, be positive, be positive. How can you be positive when you were a baby and your mother neglected you and never gave you breast milk or was off gallivanting somewhere while you were crying for days and days and days and days, and nobody would come and cuddle you, hold you. From then you understood that you are not worthy, you are not lovable. So when you're 30, you have a nervous breakdown, but nobody understands the connection. Because people are scared to talk about it, people find it taboo, because you do not want to admit that bhai, your parents did wrong. So you will suffer for the rest of your life, and you will die of a heart attack, or you'll commit suicide. Or I'm painting a gloomy picture, but the picture is actually very gloomy.
Yes, you're not painting a gloomy picture. The picture is gloomy, and it is very good that we are addressing it today. The thing is, we are living in a denial mode. We don't want to address it. And today, the way you are addressing it is really beautiful. Very nice. And we have many people. In case somebody has a question, feel free to ask Kitu ji. So, GJ, you are there. Any questions that you have?
Yeah, can I ask?
I am not a doctor with a qualification. I am talking from personal experience and what I have seen and what I have read and what I have understood and how I have tried to navigate in the world. So please do not take this as medical information.
Super.
We don't want any medical influence and advice. We want to hear from people like you, who are so sunshine people, who know how to get out of these struggles, uncertainties, and you're doing so much, you're contributing, and we always see you so happy. We follow you on Instagram, so many of us follow you on Facebook, and we get inspired. Really nice that you are here with us today to address us. So GJ, you have a question? Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. So first of all, a very warm welcome to Kitu ma'am. Welcome to Music Verandah. So good to see you again. And my mother came into the room. I just said, "Arey, ye dekho, Junoon mein hum log dekhte the, Sabiman mein hum log dekhte the." She was like, "Arey, acha." So thank you so much for coming and gracing the Music Verandah. And Kitu ma'am, मतलब अगर हम बात करें, चाहे वो कोई बच्चा है, बड़ा है, बुजुर्ग है, और हमारे जैसे फ्रेंड सर्कल होता है, ठीक है, तो लेट्स सपोज अगर मेरे लाइफ में कोई पर्सनल प्रोफेशनल इशू है, तो मैं आपको एक बता रहा हूँ, साइकोलॉजिकल थिंग है, तो मेरे को अगर वो डिस्कस करना है, हम लोगों को ये डर लगता है कि यार मैंने अगर इफ आई स्टार्ट ओपनिंग अप एज एन, तो मैं शायद वीक ना पड़ जाऊं. मतलब एक होता है ना कि दोबारा भी मुझे उस दोस्त से बात करनी है, ही और शी माइट स्टार्ट जजिंग मी, राइट? आई मीन वी आर डिफरेंट हार्ट्स, right, according to the society and this thing. And sometimes maybe you are lucky if you are best buddies. I mean, you can just count on your fingers if you have the best buddy, and if you don't, you might have a lot of friends, be it a Facebook friend or Orkut friends or a college friend, school friends, and other friends. But sometimes what might happen is I'm talking and we might come to some solution as well. And I would really love that if people who will going to watch again, they might get some sort of solution by hearing this question. Okay, if I am discussing an issue with my friend, I might have a fear that that friend might have a new topic for a gossip. That is one. Number two, if I'm talking to that friend again, he or she might think, "Arey, this guy come up," and he'll start again talking about that particular issue or this thing. Now, what is the solution of this, according to you?
You must choose your friends carefully. You have to be a little, I know it's very difficult sometimes when you're in a bad position and you're very depressed, you just pick up the phone and call. It's happened to me.
Right. Yeah.
But you have to realize that, like I said, most people are wounded.
Yeah.
Most people are traumatized. So अगर आप किसी को फोन करेंगे और he has not dealt with his own issues or her own issues, she will not be able to cope with your issue.
True.
Yeah. Our parents cannot deal with their children's issues. Parents are turning a deaf ear. Child is injecting drugs. Child one day commits suicide, and
because they are busy with their own stress, they have their own problems.
So it is a difficult situation because see, we are living in a toxic culture.
Yeah. The
whole culture is toxic. We are like fish who are swimming in a toxic culture. You don't realize because it's like water, it's everywhere. So it is a difficult situation. And by the grace of God, if you have a friend or a relative or a parent or a mentor whom you can confide in and maybe get professional help. Like many schools now have counselors.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Many schools have counselors because there are so many children who are suffering. So schools have counselors. Sometimes corporates have counselors, you know, and they have these crazy wellness programs and, you know, which don't really do anything. But I think mental illness, emotional illness, and all these problems today people are talking about it. Because you have so many celebrities who talk about it and all that. So now it is not itna bada taboo nahi hai. Taboo topic itna nahi hai abhi bhi. India, America mein to har ek ke paas psychiatrist hai. Oh, my shrink is better than your shrink.
Okay.
India mein abhi tak taboo topic hai. Eastern countries mein abhi tak taboo topic hai. West mein taboo topic nahi hai. Because they have also made it into a money making profession. In India, we are still not ready to talk about it. That's why children sometimes just, parents don't understand the children, because the parents also don't have permission to ki, Arey, mera bachcha kaise ho sakta?
They don't want to accept. Yeah.
So you are living in a toxic culture, and you have to find somebody who is trustworthy and guide you to the right healer. It is very difficult. I'm not denying it. Just be careful to choose and do not talk about it on social media, because you will get more depressed.
Of course.
Never talk about it.
Yes.
Social media is causing problems now. So you should never speak about anything like this on social media.
Our status messages right changing. I mean, you can just somehow figure any person just by the way or she share their, you know, WhatsApp or a regular Facebook status messages. You can just make it out very clearly in these days.
Very sad,
which is
no?
sad,
And
which is sad.
I don't think your private problem should be on Facebook or Instagram or anything. You have to be very careful to take care of your mental health. It's a very fragile thing. So you must be very careful. You must take care of yourself. You must be healthy. You must eat healthy food. You should live in a healthy environment. Do not overindulge in social media. I think young people are actually not in good shape because of social media. At least someone like me can say, I'm too old for social media, to hell with it. मैंने कभी किया नहीं है, मैं कभी करूँगी नहीं. But young people are feeling pressure to be on social media, and that is bad for your mental health.
Yes, they have a pressure. I mean, when you see people around you doing a vacation, no matter how much stressed they are, you have a pressure कि यार मुझे भी vacation पे जाना है, मुझे भी ऐसे करना है. You start comparing. You can't help that.
That way you are sure going to end up in depression. So be careful. Do not speak to everybody about your problems. Speak to trusted people. And when that person betrays you, stop talking to that person and talk to somebody else. And try and find somebody professional to help you.
Right. And second thing I would like to mention here, like I used to work in a call center way back, around 10, 15 years back. So now again, BPO culture is a corporate culture. With great power comes a great responsibility. No matter even you are CEO of your organization, there's a lot of pressure. So how I remember is you start indulging into a drugs or alcohol or this thing because you just wanted to, you know, your own me time or whatever. And somebody must have suggested you, okay, yeah, let's take a chill pill and have this thing. This is how we started. Everyone in the corporate culture, which is actually wrong. But the moment we realize it, it's already too late and you're like addicted to it. So we might think of some special solution, maybe what is right and what is wrong. I mean, people say, okay, Gaurav, you know, you are getting, you know, some anand or whatsoever in a different, let's say through music, and we are getting anand or through this, you know, happy, this thing, we get high just by this thing. So it's a personal choice. But though, you know, you can't debate with that person. Though you want to, you know, suggest your friend, this is not good, this is bad, but still they are so much into it, they don't want to realize it. So I feel like, okay, that's a sort of lifestyle.
आप दुनिया को change नहीं कर सकते हैं, आप दूसरों को change नहीं कर सकते. You cannot even change your husband or wife. You can only change yourself.
Well, you can't change the channel even.
Yeah, so that's how you look after yourself. Once you look after yourself, then you can help others with their problems. You cannot help others with their problems if you're joining in their problems. So it's a choice.
Yes. Yes, I think, it's important. We have to refuse to stress over things which we cannot control or change. So the journey is inwards. The best journey is inwards. You have to realize what you like, what kind of people you like to be with, what is your, on what things you get irritated, what things make you happy. So I think it's once you understand this, then you will start taking conscious steps. So it has been a wonderful session, Kituji, and do you have some more time in case
Sure.
should I ask?
I think we have few more people. तो किसी और को भी कुछ पूछना हो, we have Jayesh Guru ji, Sangeeta ji, Sweetie ji, Dinesh ji. So,
Yeah, but I would request if you have specific questions or
yes.
थोड़ा सा specific हो, उसको बहुत लंबा ना करें question को, क्योंकि अपने पास time. Yes.
Good evening, Kitu ji. Good evening, everyone. Pranam Guru ji. Very nice to hear to you. And I think people, सबसे पहले तो Music Veranda is the only place, like Anila said, na, वो COVID के time में, it was a stress buster, and many people, I think, they got out of depression and anxiety. Music is one thing. Another thing, what you said, like about counseling and all. So it is very important in India, like you said, still it is a taboo, mental illness, and people are not able to express. That is why we are not able to share, even because people are not able to get into sharing for that. And parents also have to be made aware. I think it starts from school only. I think counselors, the main problem when you are older, when we are, I think you'll agree, and I think you can put more light. In school, when a child is there, that things keeps on growing when you grow up. And sometimes from that childhood only it develops this mental stress and illness. So in school only it should be, and parents should be educated, I think, more. I think I would like you to put some light how in schools, teachers and all, because I've been a teacher and I've worked with many students. We have done many sessions and we have made them write it down and come out forward to say that yes, why they feel like that, because of a girl, maybe because of a boy, maybe because of home. So in schools, how to develop this and how parents should tackle the children, what are the signs actually we should see. So we must be aware of that.
I'm not a professional psychologist, so there are so many signs, I think, when a child is withdrawn, when a child does not want to speak, when a child throws tantrums all the time, when a child stops eating, or a child is always in the bedroom. It's so simple to make out when your child is upset, right? So
I agree. It's not being a doctor only. I think you're a human being and you've been having so much experiences in life as an actor and as a human being. So that experience only gives you so much of knowledge to share with us.
So that's what I'm saying. It is not difficult to love your children. It is not difficult to give them unconditional love. It is not difficult to give them what they need. Children need to be given what they need, because by the time they are 2 years old, they have to understand that they are okay, that they are worthy of love, that they deserve love. If you do not give them till 2 years, 3 years of age, if you do not give them, and you give them negativity and conditional love, and you don't give them love, you don't meet the needs of the child. All children are born with needs. We are human beings. So if the attachment need, all children have to attach first, right? Children need attachment, and when that attachment is not given, then they grow up with serious emotional problems. Then you will find a girl always having many boyfriends because she's constantly trying to find love, or the boy always trying to marry someone who's like the mother, and then when the girl does not turn out to be like a mother, then he beats her. So these have serious consequences. And humanity has not realized that every action has a consequence. This is the law of karma. And every action you take has a consequence. You can look at it on many levels. You can look at it on a superior level, spiritual level, on a cosmic level, and also in everyday life. कि आप जो भी करते हैं, उसका बाद में consequence होगा. So if children are not loved the way they want to be loved, then they are going to have huge problems in life. That is why we are in a mental health crisis today in the world, because society does not recognize that children have needs. And those needs have to be met for them to grow up as healthy adults.
Thank you so much. And today I just
a child that has been starved of love has not received love. In turn, when that child becomes a parent, that person will do the same thing to their own children because they have not received love. So they don't know how to give love. So it just goes on and on and on and on.
Thank you. And just a small thing which I want to confess. I was like so much when children were young, one after the other, and when I used to sleep, I just used to turn my opposite side and sleep. So my husband used to say, अरे उसको पकड़ के तो सो उसकी तरफ. My mother-in-law used to say, अरे बच्चे के साथ में लग के सो, और ज्यादा जब बड़े हुए तो उसको हक करो, प्यार करो. So that is very important. So as with time I understood that hugging the children and showing openly love and affection is very, very important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And it has been a wonderful session. Thank you all for attending this. Thank you, Kitu ji. It was really, really beautiful session. बहुत insights मिली आपसे, and healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. So we should all be open towards it. And I'm sure, we should connect more with nature, connect more with ourselves, connect more with plants, animals, and we should be more kind people, because kinder people are happy people. And we should be able to give unconditional love to people, because love can solve a lot of issues. That is what is my takeaway from this session. Thank you so much. And we will again have a session tomorrow, because we are continuing to learn more and more. So kal Kesha Lobo, she's an RJ, a dance movement expert, and she's a wellness evangelist. So she will share more insights tomorrow at 8 p.m. Looking forward. और लोग इसके साथ हम लोग अलविदा लेते हैं. Thank you so much. Lots of love, lots of healing to all. Bye bye from Music Veranda. Thank you, Kitu ji, once again. Thank you so much for your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.